What is going on, guys? Chip here. Welcome back to another Pokemon TCG online video, and today I'm going to be taking a look at this Mega Gardevoir list. Now, Mega Gardevoir recently at Dallas Regionals took 4 of the top 8 spots and ended up winning the tournament. The list we're going to be looking at is Xander Perro's list that he used to take first place. First off, super big shout out to him for sharing his list. Of course, it'll be on Pokemon.com probably in another week or so. I'll link it in the description once it's on there. Also, he did an interview recently with my friend Rahul over at the Chaos Gym. I'll link that down below if you guys want to see some more in-depth information on the deck from the guy who played it and built it and piloted it to a first place finish. Definitely check it out. I highly recommend it. Really good interview, and he talks about his matchups, how the day went, and you can see how he took this deck through a field of 500 plus people to win the whole tournament and win $5,000. That's right. So we are going to be listening to some Glitch X City. This is the Luzamine Battle Remix, and we're going to get into this deck profile and some battles. Let's go ahead and take a look at the deck. First off, the deck has these basic Gardevoir EXs. We are choosing to play the Steam Siege version. Link Blast is a really good attack for Giratina decks, which, you know, did see a top 8 finish. Not super popular. I don't think it's ever that relevant which one of the two Gardevoirs you play. Something else worth mentioning is that Link Blast can KO a Vespiquen. If you have 2 energy and they have a double colorless, that's 90 damage to knock out a Vespiquen without having to Mega Evolve, if you were to miss like Spirit Link Mega or one of those pieces. But this is really not that relevant because we will mostly be using this Mega Gardevoir EX with the Despair Ray attack. 110 damage, discard as many of your benched Pokemon as you like. This attack does 10 damage more for each benched Pokemon you discard in this way. And we're of course going to be using the Sky Field Stadium, meaning we can hit up to 190 damage, but really we're only going to need to hit that 170, 180 mark for those EXs. Now you might be saying, Chip, there are EXs that have the ability to use the Fighting Fury build to increase their HP up to 210, 220. How do you plan on hitting those numbers? Well, the answer for that is, of course, this Rattata, one of the big cards from Evolutions that really boosted this deck, gave it a lot more versatility to be able to hit those numbers, since it was struggling to hit that 210, 220, since it actually really can't hit 210, 220. Mischievous Fang, when you play this Pokemon from your hand onto your bench, you may discard all Pokemon tool cards attached to your opponent's active Pokemon. This is also a great way for us to get around the Clef Key from Steam Siege that people can use to defend against Mega Pokemon. Also things like Bursting Balloon, opposing Spirit Links, just really good disruption, and also can be really important for us to keep ourselves from getting hurt from something like Bursting Balloon and things like that. Also worth noting that Mega Gardevoir is a Fairy and a Psychic type, meaning it can hit for weakness on popular Pokemon such as Mega Mewtwo and Hoopa-EX. Definitely worth noting. And 110 damage is, of course, enough damage to knock out a Shaymin-EX just straight off the bat. We will be playing the 2 Hoopa-EX and 4 Shaymin-EX engine, which is really popular for these turbo, super fast Mega decks. Of course, Hoopa-EX, we'll talk about it first, has the ability Scoundrel Ring. When you play this Pokemon from your hand onto your bench, you may search your deck for up to 3 Pokemon EX, except for Hoopa-EX. Reveal them, put them into your hand, and shuffle your deck afterwards. So we can use this to really set our board up really nicely, get our Gardevoirs out early, get our Megas out after we have some Spirit Links down. Also, just being able to use Shaymin's ability set up to continue to draw through our deck and just hit the resources we need. So, of course, we are playing 4 copies of the Shaymin-EX. Yeah, this deck is so good because of the ability to run this engine. We're also playing 1 Hawlucha from Steam Siege with the Sudden Cyclone abilities. So this is really useful. Xander talks about this in his interview with Rahul about how useful this was for switching around the Breakthrough Evoltal. The Breakthrough Evoltal, of course, has an ability that turns off Pokemon tools, so making it so you can't evolve with your Spirit Links. So this is really useful for that. Also, just as Xander said, he played against a Glaceon kind of toolboxy lock deck, and this was really useful against that to reset the effect of Crystal Ray. Also playing 2 Dragonite-EX, so the idea is with Despair Ray, we will clear our whole bench off, and then the next turn we just Dragonite, use the ability Pull Up. When you play this Pokemon from your hand onto your bench, you may put 2 basic Pokemon, except for Dragonite-EX, from your discard pile into your hand. So being able to Dragonite to get back a Hoopa, to play Scoundrel Ring back down, to search our deck for more EX Pokemon, to load our bench back up, discard them all with Despair Ray, and take big knockouts. That's the idea of the deck. Let's go ahead and take a look at the rest of the list and see what else we have rocking here. So, pretty standard supporters for these type of decks. 3 Sycamores and 2 Ends. You don't really need 4 Sycamore with this really consistent, fast Hoopa Shaymin draw engine. And you also have 2 Lysandre just for the ability to bring up a Pokemon. Trubbish, or slash Gardevoir, I should say, can be an issue for this deck. So being able to deny the Gardevoir with a Lysandre can be really key. We're also playing a Hex Maniac to be able to turn off our opponent's abilities. Really important for Greninja, among other things. Just a good, useful card in general. Good for Giratina with the ability that makes it that Mega Pokemon cannot hurt it. We also have 1 copy of Brock's Grit. Shuffle 6 in any combination of Pokemon and basic energy cards from your discard pile into your deck. So nice and versatile. If we're discarding a bunch of Pokemon, we can Brock them back in. If we need some more energy, we can Brock it back in. Brock it back in, there you go. We're playing 4 VS Seekers, of course, to reuse any of these supporters we need. 4 Ultra Ball. Ultra Ball is probably the best card in the deck, just being able to discard 2 cards from your hand and search for any Pokemon. Usually going to be going for that Hoopa-EX to just blow up on the first turn and blow through our deck. 3 Trainers Mail, just one of the best consistency cards in the game. For his Switch cards, he chose to play 1 Switch and 2 Escape Rope. I've seen some lists play 3 Escape Rope. I've seen some lists play 2 Escape Rope and 1 Buddy Buddy Rescue in this spot. I kind of like this option. You know, kind of prevents your... You know, you're not really ever worried about Lysandre stalling since you're discarding the Pokemon on your bench with Despair Ray, but can really, you know, help... Escape Rope is really nice for... Can have almost a sort of Lysandre effect at times and force your opponent into really weird situations they might not want to be in. We do have another 1 Super Rod, another option to shuffle back in Pokemon slash energy, just really good there. 3 Mega Turbos to be able to pop some Fairy Energies from our discard pile back onto our Mega Evolution Pokemon to reuse them that way. Also 3 Fairy Drop. Now, I will admit, at the beginning, I was really not a big fan of this deck because I didn't think it could beat Yveltal. I thought Yveltal just... Even though this has this big Dark Resist, it has this big 210 HP Mega, I really didn't think that this deck stood a chance against Yveltal, but 3 Fairy Drop definitely swings that matchup, and 3 Fairy Drop is just really good in general. Heal 50 damage from one of your Pokemon that has any Fairy Energy attached to it, so just a really nice healing option that Xander talks about how useful this was and how 3 Fairy Drop is so good. He did play 3 Sky Field. A lot of people choose to play 4. Some of the lists in top 8, I believe, played a Parallel City, kind of as a tech option. But I like the 3 Sky Field. You don't ever really need the 4th. But yeah, it's really nice. And then we are playing 4 Gardevoir Spirit Links. It may seem weird to play 4 Spirit Links with a 3/3 Mega line, but you really want to guarantee that you're going to hit it early to get it down on your Gardevoirs. And also, if you have to discard some early, you don't mind it if you have 4 to be able to get them back later. And then, of course, 7 Fairy Energies just to, you know, have... power up our attacks. Pretty standard and makes sense for sure. So we're going to hop over here onto the Versus ladder, see if we can get a couple games. Now, I'm not going to pretend to be any sort of expert on this deck. I haven't played it that much, but we're going to hop in and see how I do with it and see if we can get some wins. Like I said, guys, check out the interview down below with Xander. Talks about all his list. And check out my friends over at the Chaos Gym, of course. Also, if you enjoy these videos, be sure to leave a like on the video. It really shows me that you enjoy it and want to see me put out more content. You can be sure to follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all that stuff. Going through all my plugs while we are waiting to find an opponent. We are playing against MLG TP with a water and a fire deck, so probably some sort of Volcanion, but might not be the most competitive since it does not have the colorless for Shaymin, and Volcanion really needs Shaymin to be able to kind of keep up with things. So we are going to choose to start the... I don't know which is correct to start the Shaymin or the Rattata since we do have another Shaymin in our hand. I don't think it matters that much. We're just going to start the Shaymin so we can potentially use the Rattata to get rid of a tool, I guess. I'm not sure if that's necessarily correct. So we're going to see maybe some sort of Houndoom Mill deck with the Dive Ball. I'm not sure what that would be for. Maybe for an Octillery line. But he's not playing Bundlebee because we didn't see the colorless, so it'll be interesting to see. Not quite sure what this could be. We'll go ahead and grab another card here. It's another Shaymin, so not ideal, not really what we want to see. And it is going to be a Houndoom deck, so maybe I was wrong in assuming that this was going to be some sort of mill deck, but we'll see. And this was going to be a Volcanion deck. Looks like we will see some sort of mill deck here, so we're going to see what he gets with this Ultra Ball. And it is a Remoraid, so that's what he uses the Dive Ball for, so I'll pull back everything I said. retract my previous statement, and we'll see if this guy can get set up and what we can do. We're going to really need to rely on getting some one-hit KOs using things like the Rattata to get rid of these Fighting Fury belts. And I want to be really careful about benching big EXs. We'll go ahead and just do this and get rid of that Fighting Fury belt. Ultra Ball here we'll get rid of... I don't really want to get rid of this Mega or this Dragonite, but we're going to go ahead and get rid of both of those. We have recovery options, so it should be fine. With this, we can go ahead and grab a... We don't really need the Hoopa right now, to be honest. I think we're okay just grabbing a Gardevoir, because we want to leave a little bit of bench space to continue to set up some more. So we'll go ahead and do this and set up for 3. Hopefully we can draw some sort of supporter. I'd like to play an N here. I really don't want to discard these if I don't have to. We get a Spirit Link and a Energy. I think technically you should play the Trainers Mail first. And we do get the N, which is nice, because I don't want to discard these resources because they're very important. We have escape ropes and things to get around that. So let's do this. And we'll go ahead and set up again. Draw some more cards. We could just play the N there, but since we have the N in our hands, if we draw... Yeah, we... Okay, so here we will... I don't know if it's... Yeah, I think we should go ahead and play this. I was going to say, I don't know if it's better to hold that and wait, or just go ahead and play it and see what my opponent sends up. He does send up this Houndoom, which makes sense. We won't be able to knock off this... we won't be able to knock off its Fighting Fury belt until we use Despair to discard Rattata and bring it back with Dragonite. But we can Hawlucha and bring something else up. But if I do that, I don't have a space for a Shaymin or a Hoopa next turn to keep drawing. So I'm just going to go ahead and end. We'll save the Hawlucha, see if we can draw into Sky Field and get it later. We get a decent hand here. We get the energy for next turn. We get another Spirit Link if we were to draw another Gardevoir. And I think here we will just go ahead and pass on to my opponent's turn. Oh, he's actually playing... That is very interesting. He's playing Slowking. So if you don't know, Slowking is stage 1, and he's going to escape rope us. We'll just send up Shaymin. We can retreat him. And Mega Turbo. And this is fine because if he doesn't have a Fighting Fury belt... Oh, and there goes our hand. If he doesn't have a Fighting Fury belt, we should be able to take a knockout this following turn, so long as we hit a Mega and a Energy. And we don't have the Mega yet, but we can Sycamore, of course. And he's going to Melting Horn. Discard... Hey, Sky Field and Fairy Drop. Would have liked that Sky Field for sure. And there we go, going and top decking the Mega. So, got everything there we need. And we also have the Switch, which is very nice. Just a good way to straight away take the knockout here. Bring this up. And we can Sycamore. Honestly, we probably didn't even need to Sycamore. For this matchup, we can just clear our bench. He'll probably never... He'll never attack us. Honestly, if we just clear our bench, we'll eventually... 2-hit KO everything. We don't have the knockout yet because we missed the Sky Field in Pokemon. So I think that we can just Despair Ray, discard our bench, and settle for 2-hit KOs. I want to keep the Gardevoir, just to be safe, I think. But yeah, we'll do this. I do have the energies for it. So yeah, I think we'll just do that. So we'll probably see a max potion here from him. But I think eventually he'll run out of those resources. And, you know, he has to... Yeah, there's the max potion, of course. So we won't be one-hitting. I don't know what the best way to play this matchup is. If we... Okay, so that's irrelevant, really. Or it's not really irrelevant, I guess, but it doesn't matter so much. He does discard our Brock and another N, which is unfortunate. We'll do this. Let's go ahead and Hoopa. We still don't have a knockout on it necessarily, unless we were to hit Skyfield and stuff, and I really don't want to dig. And he probably doesn't have another thing in his hand. Yeah, we'll just do this for now. He probably doesn't have another max potion, so what we can do is just do this. We'll save the Dragonite for a Rattata potentially, and I don't really want to. I just kind of want to hold on to everything. Play kind of conservatively, discard the Hoopa, and go from here. Just kind of settle for 2 hitting. He will run out of his max potions. He has to be able to draw into them. The Slowking won't matter too much with all this energy we have, and he's kind of whiffing on it anyway. He does have a max potion, so he had 2 max potions in that hand. Well, that's fine. He will not have them forever. We do get the Sky Field, so we can take a knockout this turn, potentially, if we kind of draw through our deck, but still not sure if the conservative route is the best route. Probably should have just held that energy, to be honest, in case he Royal Flashes it over here. I think I'm okay just doing this. Like, I think this is fine. He might hit a Royal Flash. Like, if he hit like a Team Flare Grunt Crushing Hammer combo, that might be unfortunate. We'll see what he goes for here. Maybe a Crushing Hammer. Or no, probably Max Potion. But like I said, he's going to run out. I don't think a lot of these lists are playing Puzzle. He actually just grabs an Ultra Ball, so we'll probably see that. Discard the 2 cards in his hand and get an Octillery, just to draw some cards, which is what he's going to do. I'm not sure if this is the right way to play this matchup. Like, I have no idea. And my opponent flips a 3rd Tails on Royal Flash, so kind of unfortunate for him. But he will get, man, 2 Royal Flashes per turn. Maybe I just want to discard this. He's never going to attack. I think that is what I want to do. He's going to Crushing Hammer. If he misses the Escape Rope, or if he misses the Max Potion, then we can just take a knockout. He's going to Dive Ball. Maybe setting up another Slowking. 3 Slowkings is a little... He does play a 3/3 Slowking on. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to... I honestly kind of just want to, like, attach Retreat. He discards a Hoopa and a Fairy. I kind of want to just get this, like, lone Gardevoir. I think this is fine right now, though. I'm just doing this. Like, if I just retreated and discarded this Gardevoir with Despair Ray and had just 1 Gardevoir and just loaded all my energies up on it, there's really not much my opponent could do, because Royal Flash, of course, would prevent him from... moving energy to the bench if I don't have a bench Pokemon. But what I'm going to do here, the reason I'm not going to do that right now, is if he does hit Royal Flashes and gets them onto this Gardevoir, that's going to put even more energy on this Gardevoir, make it even harder for him to take the energy off the field, and then I can just Escape Rope, send this one to the bench, and then discard it. So that's what we're going to go for. Hopefully he's not playing like a Captivating Pokepuff. That would be unfortunate, because I've been sitting here holding this Dragonite for forever. So we do see the 3/3 Slowking come out. He flips Tails on 1. I wouldn't mind if he hit both Tails, like, or if he hit Heads twice, to be honest. Like, if he hit this Heads, I would be fine with it. Okay, that's totally fine. What I'm going to do this turn is just Escape Rope, send up this Gardevoir. He's never going to get rid of this energy, and I'm going to have this just be my lone Gardevoir. He's going to have to start attacking with Grand Flame if he really wants to do anything. He's going to go ahead and end, getting that Dragonite and Escape Rope out of our hands, so might buy himself a turn. If he gets lucky with Melting Horns, he could actually win, but we do get the Escape Rope, which is very nice, very important. So yeah. He discards a Sycamore and an Ultra Ball. And we do get the Dragonite, so we'll go ahead and Escape Rope. I'm totally fine with this position. Let's check what he's discarded. He's going to send up the other Houndoom. There are still 0 VS Seekers in our discard, so we are not going to deck out. We have N and Brock's Grit, unless he gets really lucky with some Grand Flames. So I'm not sure if I want to... I could just, like, really dig real hard and try to knock out this Houndoom, but I think the conservative play is the correct play. We're going to Lysandre his Octillery. I don't care about these Slowkings since I'm going to just have 1 Pokemon on my, or no Pokemon on my bench, and yeah, we'll just take out this Octillery. And then what we can do is if we draw Lysandre / VS Seeker consecutively for a couple turns, we can just take knockouts on his Slowkings and not even worry about having to two-hit his Houndooms. So like I said, guys, not sure if I'm going about this the total right way. Let's see what he gets here. He gets, that's totally fine. Spirit Link Hawlucha, you can have him. Let's go ahead and Lysandre again. There we go. I don't care about his Slowkings. If we can take away his kind of draw options, I think that's good. So, like I said, not sure if I'm going about this the right way, but I think it's working out for us. May have realized the strategy by like turn 4 what I needed to do, but we got it happening. We made it happen. So that's fine. Putting the Fighting Fury Belt there. He's gonna discard Sycamore and Hex. That's fine. We could knock out this potentially. Let's thin out the Sky Field / Fairy Drop. Just thinning cards right now, guys. So yeah, we have 3 VS Seekers left. This will be 9 cards left in deck when we take the Shaymin, so it'll be really hard for us to whiff the VS Seeker next turn for the win. And so yeah, we'll go ahead and do this. Unless he discards 2 of them. If he discards 2 of them, then it'll be really tough. But yeah, next turn all we need is a VS Seeker for Lysandre, and we can win the game. So we'll see what happens. It'll be really, like, if we whiff, I will be impressed. He has to flip. Let's see. I forgot he plays Rocket Handiwork. If he flipped double heads, that's 4 cards. Yeah, he's just going to Melting Horn. So we can win the game this turn, potentially. There goes 1 VS Seeker. Spirit Link, we'll go ahead and do all this. All we need is the singular... all we need is the... Oh, we could even do that, but he'll just send up the other Houndoom. All we need is the 1 VS Seeker, so it's impossible for us to whiff here off the Shaymin / Trainers Mail. Yeah. Oh, wow. Let's go ahead and do this. Well, we get all the energies on this Mega. I have 1 left, right? Yeah, okay. I was like, I didn't miss anything, did I? So the VS Seekers were the bottom 2 cards of our deck, so that's kind of hilarious. And we will just be able to VS Seeker for the Lysandre, bring up one of these Slowkings, and with 7 energies on our Mega Gardevoir, Despair Ray take the knockout. He concedes the game, but there we go. Kind of seeing how this deck works. Let's go ahead and see if we can grab another game and see if we can grab another win potentially, and maybe get some uncommon chests to open up at the end of the video. Wouldn't mind pulling some cool stuff from those. We'll see what happens. So yeah. Alright, so it looks like we're going to be playing against Fair Ed EU, playing a Psychic Dark colorless deck. Most likely going to be Yveltal Garbodor. Most popular deck in the format. Probably the best deck in the format still. And he's saying hello. We'll give him a little hello and a smiley face. And we get nothing, so we're going to mulligan. Let's see what we grab. Hey, he gives us a little smiley face too. What do you know? We'll go ahead and click done. So yeah, I'm assuming this is going to be Yveltal Garbodor. Or Garbodor, however you want to say it. Get a pretty good hand to start. See what we hit off. If we hit an Ultra Ball off this Trainer's Mail, it'll be perfect. And yep, Yveltal Garbodor. No surprise. So this is probably a tough matchup for this deck, but he's going to elect to go ahead and discard a Trubbish and his Super Rod. So if we can knock out this Trubbish, that will likely, unless he's playing 3 Trubbish, I have seen some 3-2 Garbodor lines running around, but if he is not playing another Trubbish or another Super Rod, we can potentially Lysandre this and it will not be a factor anymore. So let's see what he's going to do. We're going to see a Max Elixir coming down. We can always Rattata away this Fighting Fury Belt, of course. And he's going to pass onto our turn. So let's go ahead and Trainer's Mail first. And we do get an Ultra Ball. Very nice. Yeah. We'll do that. That's actually really good. I don't really think Escape Rope matters right now. I don't want to discard it necessarily. I don't want to discard anything else. Let's go ahead and discard this Escape Rope. We'll oh, we prized 2 Shaymins. That's unfortunate. We'll grab a Hoopa. Got all 3 fairy drops. We have our other switch, and we have our other escape rope and a switch. Super Rod is there. We prized. Oh, we played a Trainers Mail. We prized an Ultra Ball. Prized a Sycamore. And it's probably something else that I'm missing. But there we go. That's the gist of everything. We'll grab the Hoopa-EX. Go ahead and throw down the Spirit Link, Energy. Let's go ahead and Scoundrel Ring. With this, we'll grab... I don't know even what's correct necessarily. We'll grab 2 guards and a Shaymin. See what happens. See if we can hit some stuff. He didn't get down a break through Yveltal, which is really good, because that can definitely be an issue for us. We'll go ahead and Shaymin set up. Our hand is really good for the next turn. I kind of want to pass. Maybe I should Lysandre the Trubbish, but I kind of want to save the Lysandre for the next turn. Let's see. It depends if we hit a Mega Turbo here. We don't. Yeah, let's just go ahead and end. Our hand, if we had gotten a Mega Turbo there, our hand would have been perfect for the next turn. But yeah, we'll go ahead and end, see if we can set something else up, and we draw not a whole lot that's useful. We're just going to pass, so our hand is pretty dead now, actually. Yeah, that's not good. We could have Sycamored, but I didn't want to get rid of the Fairy Drop or the Mega, but that might have been better. So we're going to see an Ultra Ball. This might grab his Gardevoir. He's going to grab a Breakthrough Yveltal also. Realizing how good that can be in this matchup. But it's not going to really matter because we're going to get 2 Megas this turn. Unless he retreats into it. Or Escape Ropes, which he could definitely do. We're going to see some Max Elixir come down. Let's see where this goes. It might go here to this Yveltal. Oh, never mind. He misses. So we're going to see the Trub get a float. And will he hit an Ultra Ball here? Nope, another Max Elixir. So interesting, he chose to play the Max Elixir before playing the Trainer's Mail. I usually like to thin out one more card with the Trainer's Mail first. Ooh, and he misses again, so unfortunate for my opponent. He is going to Evil Ball, hit us for 90, and we get another one, but another dead hand. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to... Our hand is really dead. I kind of want to just do this and then Lysandre kind of try to stall out the Yveltal Breakthrough for a minute. Now, I don't know if I should evolve the active or this other benched one. He probably can't knock out with this one unless he hits Gardevoir Floatstone or DCE to retreat it, but then he has to discard a DCE to retreat. But our hand is bad, guys. Our hand is really bad. I think this is the safer play. And we'll Lysandre this guy. And hit him with the strong pass. So it was important that we Mega Evolve before Lysandering the Yveltal, because Yveltal has this ability Fright Night. As long as this Pokemon is your active Pokemon, each Pokemon tool card in play has no effect. Meaning that, yeah, so he's just going to attach a Dark and pass. Ooh, no supporter. And we top deck via Seeker, nice. So, ooh, but we only have an N. That's fine. But anyway, what I was saying, so it was important that we Mega Evolve and then Lysandre, because if we Lysandered, we wouldn't be able to Mega Evolve without ending our turn, because, as you can see here, this Pokemon tool has no effect. So I'm going to drop the Sky Field. He doesn't have Gardevoir out. I really don't want to end him, but we really kind of need to get something going here. So we're going to go ahead and end. See if we can't draw some stuff to get going. And we have an Ultra Ball. We have a Gardevoir, which is nice. Yeah, this is a solid hand. Oh, no! And I was just talking about it, and I forgot. Okay, so big mistake on my part, guys, of course. I was just talking about Fright Night, and then I Mega Evolved in my turn. Oops. That is a big mistake. But wherever he puts this damage this turn, we will just discard that Pokemon, and he's just going to end us. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I did that. I cannot believe I did that. We had so many other options too, because we could have just like switched, discarded the Fairy Energy with Ultra Ball, Mega Turboed, had so many options. So he's going to go ahead and max Elixir there. He's just getting all kinds of attackers set up, which is not good for us. And he's going to Parallel City us. Man. We will be able to knock out this Yveltal. Or this, we're actually probably going to Lysandre this Trubbish. And we'll discard this turn since he decided to put the damage there. And we can heal 100 damage from this turn, which is really nice. We do have a Fairy Energy in the discard, so we'll put this here. We'll Mega Turbo to the active. We'll drop the Fairy Drop right there. We'll drop the other one. I mean, might as well go ahead and heal it up. We have to discard these two in order to knock out Yveltal. But I think we will just Lysandre the Trubbish. And next turn we can knock out that thing. So yeah, we definitely want to take care of the Trubbish. That is one of the main issues for us, really. And we're not... He can't knock anything on the bench out with Pitch Black Spear, so we're going to save our bench Pokemon to be able to knock out the Yveltal, potentially. So we do get one of our 2 prized Shaymins, so that's nice. So yeah, guys, big misplay on my part there, Mega Evolving. We had many other plays we could have done to avoid ending our turn by Mega Evolving, so big mistake on my part. Apologize for it, but does happen. So he's going to end us. Our hand was pretty good, so but it's fine. And we'll see what we draw. Another Fairy Drop, our last Fairy Drop, which is really good. And this thing is scary now. So we're going to discard this Mega, of course. He probably should have attacked this one since he saw I put an energy there. Alright, how much can this thing hit? 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 60, 80 if he hits another double colorless. 180, so if we Fairy Drop, he won't be able to kill us. Right, we have 190. Yeah. Math is fun, guys. Oh, wait, no, but he does do 190 because of the Fighting Fury Bell. Like I said, math is fun. We should have saved the Fairy Drop, and we could have just discarded this with Despair Ray from this one by switching. But he has to hit his last double colorless for that play to even matter, which is unlikely. So if he hits it, it's fine. We'll make something else happen. But we're going to go ahead and discard these two with Despair Ray, taking a knockout on Yveltal for 130 damage. So, like I said, guys, I'm not a pro with this deck by any means. I haven't really played it that much, so definitely can expect some mistakes from me. So let's see if he has his last double colorless to take the knockout. Oh no, but we would actually live because of resistance, of course. So, honestly, he probably should have... Oh wait, no, he's going to hit... Okay. It's going to tell me. I was about to try to do the math, but okay, we're okay. And now what we can do is we can just switch and then discard this, and then he can probably not really knock that out. So let's see if we can take a big knockout this turn. Let's drop the Sky Field. I'm going to Dragonite. And with Dragonite, I'm going to grab a Gardevoir and a Shaymin. I would grab a Hoopa, but our last Gardevoir was right here. We'll go ahead and attach to this guy. We will switch. So we can Despair Ray, discard this one. We're going to set up for 4 cards. We're going to need to hit our Rattata. Ooh, we have the Hawlucha. Alright, so we need to have 6 bench and Rattata. So let's Ultra Ball away these two. See if we have our Rattata in the deck. That was the other prize that I knew I was missing something. So yeah, Rattata's prized. Unfortunately, we will not be able to knock this out, but we can potentially Hawlucha something up. But I think this is the best thing for us to get a hit off on. I'm just going to grab the Dragonite, but I'm just going to hold it. I'm going to hold it. And we're going to Despair Ray. And we're going to discard Shaymin. We're just going to discard Dragonite and the damaged Gardevoir. Yeah, we'll do that. Hitting for 130. So next turn we don't need to discard anything to knock it out. I mean, we didn't need to discard anything to knock it out next turn with no discard, but those were kind of liabilities. You know, the 3 retreat from Dragonite and then the damaged Gardevoir. He's going to drop the Parallel City, so good on him. Let's see. He needs his last double. If he has his last double now, he'd only hit for 280, I think. No, he'd hit for 270 because he had Reverse Valley last turn. So yeah, he's going to try to set up a 2-hit knockout if he can. But we are already very far ahead in this game. We're setting it up to where if we knock this Yveltal out, all we need to do is get a Lysandre on a Shaymin to knock it out. He is going to Lysandre Shaymin, so we'll have to see if we can grab another energy to retreat. 3 in the discard, 3 on the field. We only have 1 left. Crap. So this isn't great. We do have an Escape Rope left as well. Our only options really are in. I can set up for 2 and then in, or I can just in. I'm going to do this. I think this gives us the best odds of hitting it. We do get it. Nice. Okay. And then we can Lysandre. Yeah. I was making sure it was in there. So yeah, we'll do this. I don't think we can knock this out because of the prized Rattata. He's going to give us a Shaymin, but that's fine. We'll just bring this back up. It might be good to try to set this up a little more, if we can. I don't think I really can, though. We'll grab the Lysandre. I probably should have played this first to see what else we get. We get the Brock, so that'll be... We'll actually grab Sycamore. We'll grab Sycamore. Alright, and then we will Lysandre this. I could have held the Sycamore for the next turn. We'll Despair, discard these 2. That's fine. Goodbye, Yveltal-EX. And then now all we need is a Lysandre this following turn to win the game. I don't think he has a way to knock us out. And I mean, if he hits his last double, that would be 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, minus 190 minus 20 for resistance is 170. Not going to be enough, even if he hits his last double colorless. So you guys can see how crucial those Fairy Drops were. Yeah, Fairy Drop is very good in this deck. He is going to bench another Yveltal. He's going to Evo Ball. All we need this turn is a Sycamore, or is a Lysandre, and we rip it on the top deck to win the game. It would have been hard for us to dig there, actually, but we were so far ahead. So yeah, we'll just do that. And take the game. There we go. Probably didn't play it perfectly, like I said, guys. That was really my first time kind of messing around with the deck, but definitely check out that interview with Xander down below in the description. I'll link his list once it gets posted on Pokemon.com as well. Also, you can just copy and paste it from the description. Hey, we got a pack. We probably got the uncommon chests too, so we'll end this video off with a little unboxing, opening, not an unopening, an opening, right? So yeah, we'll go do this, see what we can grab. But yeah, leave a like down below, guys, if you enjoyed. Follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all that stuff if you want to stay up to date with when I'm streaming, when my new videos go up, all that stuff. Be sure you are subscribed if you enjoy what you see. And we have a Breakpoint pack, I think, right? Where's Breakpoint? Where did Breakpoint go? There it is. Okay, I'm blind. We'll start with the Breakpoint pack. Maybe grab a Ninja Break or something. Full Art Darkrai. See what we can get. We got an Ascension Phantom. Everyone has nightmares about this guy. And a Luxray Regular Rare. That's what I'm talking about. Alright, uncommon chests. Can't really get too much out of these, but they're locked. Let's see what happens. See what happens. We got a backwards card, and it is a Magnezone. Not bad, I guess. Could be something that sees play in the future. And we got a Psychic's Third Eye there. Hey, there you go. Oh, it's a reverse one. Look at that. You can kind of see when you move your mouse. So giving out some reverses in these uncommon chests now. Another rare card. Another rare. Let's see what we get. Hey, a reverse rare Lucario. That's kind of funny. I didn't know they were giving out reverses in these now. Hey, so we got 3 rares out of 4 uncommon chests. Hey, and a Fright Night Eviltal, a regular holo, but that is a good card to get out of an uncommon chest. So thanks for watching. As always, guys, leave a like down below. Like I said, check out Xander's list on the Chaos Gems interview, and I'm going to get out of here. Until next time, take care.